GamingBolt presents 15 shortcut endings in video games you don't know.
We have a lot to talk about, so without wasting your time, let us begin right away.
Far Cry 4. As soon as Pagan Min kidnaps you, he sits you down at an elegantly set table. Just as he begins a long, rambling speech, he's interrupted as a guard walks in. He gets up, apologizes for the delay, and asks you to stay seated until he returns. If you follow his instructions and stay in the room for roughly 15 minutes, he comes back and brings you to your mother's grave as "Should I Stay or Should I Go" plays as the screen fades to black and the credits begin to scroll down the screen. Shadow Complex. Immediately after your girlfriend Claire is carried off by a helicopter, you can run as far right as you possibly can until you find a jeep nestled in the background. Pressing B activates the secret ending where you drive off saying, "Plenty more fish in the sea." It's the perfect ending for those who don't want the hassle of fighting through hordes of enemies to rescue your easily kidnapped girlfriend. The Secret of Monkey Island. The chain of events isn't set in Monkey Island. If you throw the large rock you find at the ship just off the island and sink it, the three scallywags on board will never enter the story, playing out a different set of events. It turns out they survived your impromptu attack, and they aren't exactly thrilled with what you've done. Metal Saga. In Metal Saga, if you never realize your dream of becoming a hunter and set out on your grand adventure, you're set to work as a mechanic. And after a brief scene showing the serene and peaceful nature of your life, the game will end. No need to put yourself in danger when you can live a simple life and make a decent wage. That's what we all want out of our games. Batman Arkham City Catwoman DLC. Catwoman and the Dark Knight have an on-again, off-again kind of relationship, but they certainly aren't best friends. At one point in Arkham City's Catwoman DLC, you need to fight your way through throngs of grunts to rescue a trapped Batman. But you can actually just exit the facility, leaving the caped crusader to his cruel fate as you make off with a healthy amount of jewels. Sam and Max hit the road. The wishing well is located in Bumpersville. If you put some money inside it, Sam will ask for the game to get over. That is one way to quickly end the game. Golden Sun Refusing Adventure. When the time comes to seize adventure by the hand and pull yourself up, you can say you're not ready. The dialogue then stops abruptly and you walk out of the cave, ending the game. Usually heroes don't run away from saving the world, but Golden Sun just accepts your cowardice and fades to black. Dying Light The Following, the truck ending. Collect the nuclear codes, military transport key, and military activation card items in Dying Light The Following, and you can set off the nuclear missile sitting silently in a truck on the freeway. Do this and a blinding white light greets you, ending your story and those of the zombies still plaguing the land. Cave Story. While you think you can't leave the floating island you wake up trapped on in Cave Story, you can, which means it's left to the other characters and you just to go on your merry way. It's a bit of a cop-out, meaning you can't really experience the touching narrative, but it's a fun alternate path. Saints Row 4. In a mission where you set about rescuing hacker Matt Miller, you are presented with two options: rescue Matt or sacrifice yourself. Doing the latter results in an early ending. You're then transported 2 doors back and once again presented with the same choice. You don't actually die, but it's as close as you can get in this absurd tale of superpowered gangsters. Space Quest 2. This classic adventure game was filled with beautiful locales to explore, strange creatures to meet, and puzzles to solve. But typing the word cheat in as soon as the game starts results in an early ending. You don't get to experience the grand adventure, but it sure is a time saver. Saboteur. If you complete a series of challenges in the prologue mission of the Saboteur, one of which includes throwing Nazis off a building, you can get 2 special perks that gives you guns on your car for the race early in the game. Then instead of simply beating the German officer, you can just shoot him dead and ensure that none of the horrible events that set off the game's plot ever happen. The Evil Within. As the entirety of The Evil Within is actually one giant mind game being played by Ruvik, once you come upon his brain in the center of the room in the Kidman DLC, you can end things once and for all by putting a bullet right between its lobes. The trap is sprung and the credits fade in, showing a picture of Kidman, Joseph, and Sebastian relaxing in his office. Fallout 3. The entire story of Fallout 3 is centered around finding your father after tragedy befalls Vault 101. But you don't have to jump through dozens of irradiated hoops to find him. Once you exit the vault, you can head right to the gas station where he's being held captive in a virtual reality machine. From there, you can just complete the final quests of the game and finish everything up before lunch. The Stanley Parable. The Stanley Parable is a game all about choice. As the game opens, you are supposed to leave your tiny, bland office to begin a grand adventure. But those wary of the devious narrator can simply close the office door and watch the credits roll. You are literally refusing to play the game, so the game just complies.
And that wraps it up. What are your thoughts about this? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and share it on Twitter and Facebook. And why not consider subscribing? We upload some really cool videos almost every day. Thank you for watching this video, and happy gaming!